The rain lashed against the windows of the woolpack, streaking the glass in jagged lines as if the storm outside mirrored the tension inside. Mackenzie had been nervously twisting her mug of tea, eyes darting toward the door every few seconds. She had felt uneasy all day, a gnawing sense that something terrible was about to happen, and deep down, she knew it had everything to do with Ross. Ross had always been unpredictable. Charismatic one moment, dangerous the next. But lately, his charm had taken a sinister edge, and Mackenzie had begun to see the man behind the polite smile and charming words. Tonight, he wasn't coming for a friendly chat. He was coming for control. The door creaked open, and Ross stepped in, shaking off the rain from his coat. His eyes locked onto Mackenzie with a predatory intensity. "Mackenzie," he said, his voice low, dangerous, "we need to talk." She forced a smile, her fingers tightening around the mug. "Sure. What about?" He stepped closer, the air thick with menace. "You know exactly what I mean. You've been asking questions, poking your nose where it doesn't belong. I don't like that, and I don't like being crossed." Mackenzie swallowed hard, her stomach twisting. "Ross, I'm just trying to understand what's going on. You don't have to—" "Understand?" he interrupted sharply, leaning so close that she could feel the cold edge of his coat against her arm. "You think this is about understanding? No, Mackenzie, this is about power. And if you don't watch yourself, I'll blow your little world apart. Every secret, every lie, every shred of comfort you cling to, gone." Her heart hammered in her chest, but she forced herself to stay calm. Ross thrived on fear. If she cracked now, he'd win. "You're not making any sense. What could you possibly do?" He smirked, a chilling twist of lips. "Oh, you'll see, soon enough. And when I do, people you care about, everything you've worked for, it'll all crumble." Mackenzie's mind raced. She had always thought she knew Ross, but the man standing before her was a stranger cloaked in malice. For a fleeting moment she considered running, but the thought of letting him see her panic, letting him win, steeled her resolve. "You don't scare me," she said, her voice firmer than she felt. "I've faced worse than you, Ross. And if you think threatening me will change anything, you're wrong." For a heartbeat, Ross's expression faltered just enough for Mackenzie to notice the flicker of uncertainty. But it was gone as quickly as it appeared, replaced by the icy calm of someone who had rehearsed intimidation 1,000 times. "You'll regret that," he whispered, leaning close, his breath cold against her cheek. "Everyone you love, everyone who trusts you, I'll make sure they know who you really are. And when that happens, Mackenzie, you'll wish you'd never crossed me." With that, he turned on his heel and strode toward the door. Mackenzie could hear the rain pounding against the roof, the sound mingling with the wild beating of her heart. He was gone, but the threat lingered, a shadow over every thought, every plan, every fragile sense of safety she had left. She took a deep breath, forcing herself to sit up straighter. Ross might have threatened to blow her world apart, but Mackenzie wasn't ready to crumble. Not yet. Not ever. Outside, the storm continued to rage, but inside Mackenzie, a different storm was brewing. A storm of determination, of courage, of plans taking shape. If Ross thought he could intimidate her, he underestimated her entirely. And in Emmerdale, nobody underestimated Mackenzie for long.